The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.
Since we talked about ID culture, it seems only logical to proceed with fintech. Our reporter and an excellent expert in this direction, Georgy Aronia, will give us the details. He attended a conference on the Georgia-UK Fintech relations, so here's his take on the issue. What potential do the Georgian fintech companies have?
The Georgian fintech industry is attractive not only for startups and banks, but for governmental organizations too. This is the reason why Tbilisi hosted the UK-Georgia Fintech Forum last week. As the first Secretary and Chief Operating Officer of the Department for International Trade of the United Kingdom says, the British market is strategically important for Georgian fintech companies. At the same time, Mike King emphasizes the entrepreneurial ability and creativity of Georgian fintech companies and their founders.
The Georgian fintech sector is an incredibly exciting sector. There are an awful lot of innovative and creative companies in Georgia that are looking to expand overseas. The UK market is a perfect place for Georgian companies to consider partnering because of the similar innovative style. The Georgian ecosystem is open for business, as is the UK. The regulatory system in Georgia is very good, and it means that there's huge opportunities for partnership between the UK and Georgia. We work with a lot of Georgian and UK companies, and we want to continue and expand this work through the embassy.
A similar point is underlined by the Chief Financial Officer of the Georgian fintech startup, Payzy. Saba Nakhutsrishvili thinks that Georgian companies have great potential for regional expansion.
There are great opportunities regarding innovation and creation of new products. First of all, they need to get to the same technical expertise and level that banking organizations are already, and then we need to innovate and make our innovation in technologies further.
The chairman of the Fintech Association of Georgia, David Kikwidze, in conversation with BMG highlighted the importance of the relationship between commercial banks and fintech companies. The chairman thinks that the full launch of the open banking infrastructure will harmonize the two financial sectors.
Open banking presents many opportunities because its full implementation will create new business models. If today commercial banks and fintech companies perceive each other as competitors, tomorrow those barriers will be removed and commercial banks will have the opportunity to export those services and products using API technologies. Later, those will be used by fintech companies. They will become distributors of those financial services and products in the country.
David Kikwidze's position is shared by the Chief Executive Officer of the Bank of Georgia, Archilga Chechiladze, who claims that commercial banks and fintech companies are not competitors, as banks want to help such companies to transform into regional players.
We do not think that there is a contradiction. On the contrary, we support fintech and want to be the bank that will serve these new technological fintech companies, and not only from a banking point of view. This is an inevitable process that will happen one way or another, and if we facilitate this process and help it to develop better, such financial organizations could become regional companies. In this case, we will serve them.
Among Georgian startups, fintech companies are noteworthy. Some Georgian fintech startups have been backed by the leading global startup accelerators, while others are offering their services to customers outside of Georgia. Let's hope that sooner, rather than later, Georgian fintech companies will conquer the global market too.
The Checkpoint is presented by GM Pharma, the first international multinational pharmaceutical company in Georgia. GM Pharma, to serve those who need it most.